And good Wednesday morning to Royal Caribbean guests. Time for your Alaska forecast. I'm Chief Meteorologist James Van Fleet back here at the Port of Miami at our corporate headquarters. So far, the seas have been starting to come down. I know we dealt with that swell that we talked about the other night, and that settled yesterday morning. Still have a lot of rain for a lot of us today. And in fact, Radiance and Serenade, you'll look across and see you're in the same port today, or in the same area. We're going through the glaciers, Swell Glacier, very rainy, temperatures in the mid-40s for highs, and the winds variable through the day. Same for Ovation. Quantum, you have the better forecast. You're farther south. As we load up, our first Alaskan cruise for Quantum starts today. So if you're in Seattle, welcome aboard. I'll be tracking you and putting these videos out through the weekdays. I do forecast graphics on the weekends, so you always have the message looking ahead so you can plan excursions, when you want to be on the top decks, when you want to see shows, all that stuff. I got you. Navigator, I do want to give a heads up, because it starts up in Alaska where they've had just a little bit of elevated swell, but that big storm that is to the southwest of the Alaskan ships, that is slowly coming down the California coast in the days ahead. Really starting today and tomorrow, they're elevated around 2 to 3 meter seas, which is fine for Navigator. I just want to give a heads up for those of you coming in the days ahead. The swell gets just a little bit bigger, and this lasts for several days. So around LA, Catalina might get scrubbed because it's a tender port, for example, but Ensenada, LA, down to Mazatlan, places like that might be pivoting a little bit depending on swell as to how we go in and how we make the port. So just giving you a fair heads up, it is something I'm watching and talking with our captains about over there on the Eastern Pacific or on the west coast of the U.S., and we will update you in the days ahead. I don't think this is dangerous swell, but it is high enough that it could impact some operations depending on the port. So I will update you as we go through our Thursday and Friday, and of course as we get into next week. But in the meantime, friends, send me some pictures if you have some lovely Alaska pictures. If you're up there, even if you're in Seattle boarding today in Quantum, get them to me on tagging these social media sites, and I'll share them with everyone.